As Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio. We're in Philadelphia. It's Army-Navy weekend, and one of the events getting the whole celebration started is the Army-Navy debate match. And talking about a very important topic, we're two midshipmen and two cadets, about the choice program, how to take care of our veterans through the choice program, through the VA, or perhaps through private resource as well. And the two teams did very well. Army came out a little bit on top on the grading system, but both teams, all four, the midshipmen and the cadets, really deserve a lot of credit. And let's start, if I could, with I will talk to each of our participants with our first midshipman. And could you just introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and what year in school are you?
Sure. I'm midshipman second class Campbell German. I'm from Rochester, New York, and I'm a second class or a junior at the United States Naval Academy.
That's great. We've got a lot of our Sons of the American Legion members up in Rochester. And what is your major and study at the Naval Academy?
I'm a quantitative economics major at the Naval Academy.
That's a great field. Now tell us a little bit, what did you learn from doing your research for this event about how veterans can be best taken care of?
Yeah, I guess what I learned really was that there's a lot of different ways to attack this problem, and that a lot of them should be looked at in terms of providing that care and looking at more than just what that care is or how money is spent. It's really looking at the kinds of care and who can provide it.
Very good. Good job today. Good to meet you. And let's talk with Andrew. Andrew, if you would just introduce yourself, where you're from, and what year in school at the Naval Academy that you are.
Yep, I'm Andrew Yu, or midshipman second class, just like Campbell, so I'm a junior at the Academy.
Very good. What is your course of study at Navy?
I'm a computer engineering major.
That's great. That's great. Now, what did you learn from your research about the needs of veterans and how the VA or other ways can best take care of them?
I think I learned that the needs of the veterans are much bigger than what we may be addressing today. And like he said, there are a lot of ways to take care of them, and I hope we were able to hash some of them out in front of the audience today and really bring awareness to this issue.
Well, great job, and the research and your discussion is very valuable, and it's good to see you here today. Now we have our first West Point cadet, Isabelle. Could you just introduce yourself again and where you're from and what you study at West Point?
Hi, I'm Isabelle Minter. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I study sociology. I'm a cow, and that is a junior as well.
Okay, yeah, that's a junior in West Point terminology. Now, tell us a little bit about what did you learn about taking care of veterans, their issues, their health care needs, and ways that they can be taken care of from your research?
Well, I come from a military family, so I got to experience it firsthand, the positive and negative effects of veteran affairs. And so, like, when I was doing my research, I was able to see that both sides of the Congress and House of Representatives are really trying to help veterans, and each kind of proposal will have its negatives and positives. So I learned a lot about this program.
Well, good job with your research and presentation and argument today. Very, very valuable. And our friend who we've seen at a couple of these matches, so out in Colorado, tell us a little bit about, introduce yourself again and what you study at West Point in your class here.
Hi, my name is Seamus. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm an American politics major. I'm a senior at West Point.
Very good. That's right. You got the red sash of leadership. And what part of the Army are you going to?
I'll be going to the infantry.
Very good. That's right. We talked about that when we were out at the Air Force Academy. That's terrific. Now, what did you learn about taking care of veterans from your research today? Such an important topic, and we appreciated that you cited the American Legion, some of your arguments. So what did you learn about taking care of veterans?
Well, I think, as my opponent said, that it's a much larger issue than I originally thought. But I think one of the benefits from researching was that I also found there's a lot of people, both in the private and public sector, who really care about finding a solution to the problem. So I think that's hopeful for the future.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to thank all four of the participants in the debate team match here in Philadelphia, one of the opening events for Army-Navy weekend, and you picked a very important subject, how to best take care of veterans. And I know everybody at the American Legion will be very appreciative that you did the research and you discussed different ways it can best be done. So, and we just want to congratulate you and wish you the best on the balance of your year at Annapolis and at West Point. This is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio in Philadelphia at Army-Navy Weekend.